Ba-dum-bum. Palladian versus L Cheeseboy. Palladian, I would maybe say, has to be the favorite, given that this is their 14th mystery tournament, and they've got that higher win rates. That's just a ton of experience. But I don't know. El Cheeseboy has been playing really well.
And there's a match happening right now. What?
What?
Oh my god!
Yes.
Why am I setting all of this up then?
Oh no!
Game, yeah.
Forget about all this.
Wow.
Well, never mind. Cool. We'll do this later.
Oh, screw these two guys.
Yeah.
They already played.
Yeah.
One of these people isn't even in the tournament anymore.
Yeah. I don't know which one, but one of them. Alright, watch this. The cards are gonna spin. We're gonna see the truth. Once it loads.
Watch.
Yes.
Oh no, I clicked auto join channel.
Oh, FFAO, I think, just came in to like
Warn us, yeah.
to keep us on the straight and narrow.
Just to be like, shut up, guys, we've got a match.
This is Hopscotch versus Pikapals.
Woohoo!
Legendary top 8 player Hopscotch versus also top 8 player Pikapals.
Hopscotch and Pikapals have been in the same number of top 8s.
Mm-hmm.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopscotch is good at games. He's just been a tester for a long time. I think we think of Pikapals as such a good player, not Hopscotch there. But I mean, Hopscotch is pretty good. I race him in casual races all the time. He's pretty good at games.
Yeah, and it was pretty common for me to post some kind of test time or whatever, and then Hopscotch would play it, and I would find it was like, oh, he went 8 minutes faster somehow. Okay. I would usually do better in like a really precise platformer or something, which is my strength and maybe not a strength of theirs. So, Pikapals, I think, would have an advantage there as well, because Pikapals is pretty strong at those. But who knows what they're gonna pull? 'Tis the nature of mystery tournament.
Getting good enemy RNG is a skill. That is a great quote from Hopscotch, the tester. Hopscotch has been in an interesting place during this mystery tournament. We know that he played the DS for must be hundreds of hours. Here we are, so let's hope that all that practice worked. I can only imagine the games that Hopscotch didn't submit that he subjected himself to.
Right. So Pikapals played Tapioca in Overclocked. That is a returning top 8 game for Mystery Tournament 14, and is amazing game, I think. The Gons played Ethereal, which was like in contention for a top 8 puzzle game we were going to have, but we decided ultimately it just kind of had a little bit too much downtime.
All the cutscenes.
So yeah, there was a lot of them, but it was a cool game.
And he played against BTS in Polarium for the Nintendo DS.
Oh yeah, and BTS was like, I've seen the other race of this, and then Pikapals, but BTS like offered a redraw, and then Pikapals was like, no, let's do it. And then BTS won pretty significantly, and I feel like it may be influenced. I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't know, right? Who can say? Because everyone's brain is different. But I watched that race as well, and when I first time I watched the race, I remember thinking, "What the hell?" Like it did not click with me at all. And then the second time I watched the race, I was solving the puzzles along with the players pretty easily. So.
Oh man, now we're redrawing your favorite game, Maurice.
Yeah. I just saw.
I can call games your favorite.
Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite game for that platform.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I'm
not
thinking of a
surprising for
different
these
game.
two players. We're gonna have some redraws.
Yeah,
Although,
Hopscotch has
most of the
played
backups
like
are out of
700 games or something testing for Mystery Tournament.
Most of the backups are out of the pool now.
This is a backup, right?
That one, I think so.
It's probably my submission.
I'm assuming. I guess I don't know that, but it's a game we've seen here many times.
I submitted it to MT15, so I think it almost has to be a backup.
Yeah, it would. Hopscotch played Liquid Kids against Bregerman. That was a Taito platformer arcade game. kind of long, and ended with a difficult boss fight that was like a nail biter for a lot of players.
Yeah.
Lost to Zenic Reverie, one of our better players for sure, has been to top 8 and stuff. In Campfire Cooking, well, I was going to say it was a close match, but maybe it was close, but like some of the last 2 puzzles I actually took Hopscotch a long time to finish up in the end.
It was like there were a few puzzles that took Hopscotch too long, and so it kind of added up to not be close in the end.
Yeah. Which was my experience. There was 1 or 2 puzzles that took way, way, way longer than everything else for me. Just some tricky move that I couldn't see.
Yeah, with like
Zenic saw everything though.
Like the spinning around the board stuff.
Yeah, and using the stick of the cooking devices to move things instead of like the marshmallow at the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
they're called
skewers.
sticks.
It's one of them is a skewer, but it has like a different mechanic if it's just like a piece of wood.
Yeah, the wood can rotate for some reason.
Not skewers.
Yeah.
No one knows why.
Can't. No feature.
Pikapals Gamer's second adventure.
It's a fun game. I missed that rep match, but that's a pretty solid platformer.
Yeah, I played it in MT14 probably. And yeah, that's a good game. Just
And then
kind of you try to dodge enemy patterns, try to learn them, try to route out the levels. It's also like a pretty common MT skill.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a good win from Hopscotch. It's a very skill-based game. I mean, they're all skill-based, but like that's like standard platforming execution. And a win over Withheld, I think, shows a lot of skill from Hopscotch there.
And then had a win over Sarth.
Weird ass Astria. I didn't like Astria at all.
I loved it.
I didn't like it either.
It was one of my favorites.
Watching it was not great. I don't know. It just
it's not a good watch. Everything looks the same.
Yeah.
Especially as a four-player match.
Platforms. Things just kept too ambiguous in that game. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's a hugely different experience playing it on your own as opposed to looking at 1/4 of a screen to like everything squished in and rock textures.
It didn't help that it was a 4-player match.
Yeah, that hurt it a lot. Even having played the game and really liking it, so I remembered a lot about it. I still found it difficult to cast that match. But I can tell you that Hopscotch did great. Got stuck on basically nothing and just had so little hesitation solving stuff that even in a goal that ultimately ended up being on the short side, found like 5-6 minutes or something like that at least over everyone else, even the other 2 racers who were in their match. So it was a really strong performance from Hopscotch in that one.
Adding games to the screen was such a good idea. It's so fun to just, remember when, I don't know, when the guns, when Pikapals teleported through a wall in Ethereal. That was great.
I missed the match actually, so I don't remember that.
Oh, you don't?
I heard something weird happened though.
Yeah, it's a game about going left and right and just kind of switching on which like height you are in the puzzle and stuff like that. And then there's walls that block you, so you have to go around them. No, you don't, because Pikapals somehow managed to face through 2 walls in that match, and softlock himself twice. But it didn't really matter in the long run. Wait, no, Pikapals won, so it was the guns who did it. Sorry.
Oh.
Well, this is a game. We have a game. Yeah, I've seen it in the pool, and I did not understand who the dev was. This is interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot about this. Like in my mind, like this was just this game, this popular indie game. But later on, now I've come to understood like it had these origins as like this other game, and then that other game has got little sequels to it.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the context fully of where this comes from.
I think it was a Ludum Dare entry, wasn't it? The initial one.
I believe so. First of all, to talk about our redraw, because it is a little ambiguous. I wish it was a little easier to understand. Maybe we'll work on that in the future. But basically, if someone isn't blind, they can say, I'm not blind, we can redraw this if you want, because I'll probably win. And it's like something that the opponent offers. And most people here want to play blind races anyway, so everybody's cool with that. Sometimes we get a game that just has the exact same mechanics as another game. And in that case, sometimes we look for, well, do they have about equivalent experience? And then one person will be like, no, I speedrun. And like, oh, I guess we'll move on then. But this is one like that, where they're probably familiar with the mechanics, and they both seem familiar enough that we can get an execution race and it can be fair.
Yeah. Neither player has played this exactly, but they have played probably more than a little of very similar sorts of games. But as long as they both are on equal footing in that way, then they're both willing to give it a go.
It's a fine line, though, because knowledge is a skill. You know, I mean, like, game experience is something that we're testing here. You know, you're obviously going to be poor at platformers if you've never played any platformers.
Yeah.
Which is why I do so poorly at FPS games. I just haven't played that many.
You've played like 2.
Yeah, I'm blind to Doom, so I can't play any FPS games. No, I've played Doom on my SNES, obviously. I was because it was a red cartridge. It was like rated M, but like no one understood that because it was like at my dad's house, and so I felt like I was getting away with something if I played Doom on my SNES.
Totally.
I mean, doesn't it have blood?
No, it's a really bad port. It's awful.
It's yeah. If you take one of the greatest games of all time and you port it to the SNES, like it lost a lot in the process.
But anyways, yeah. So we want to reward experience. Certain things, the skills are too specific. We won't ever see a chess game in MT.
Wow.
If it's about being good at chess, because that should just be in a chess tournament. Like, it's too specific of a skill to test. It's not tournament. General gaming.
Are we gonna see Hikaru and Carlson play Chessformer soon?
Yeah. Oh, I don't mean not a chess-themed game.
We go to
we can have that.
We go to the tiebreakers after 20 drawn games between Nakamaru and Carlson. It's Chessformer.
They do chess Koban.
There's a game that's in testing currently that relates to chess, like understanding how chess pieces move. If you have a fundamental understanding of that and your opponent doesn't, I think it makes kind of a big difference, actually.
I mean, wasn't Chessformer the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think most people... here's a story. It's a short one.
Good.
One time I was playing cards with someone at like a party, so I didn't know him very well.
Hold on, how short is the story right now?
Yeah,
pretty short.
Okay.
Anyway, I said, you put down a club, and they said, which one's the club? And I was like, what? because it was like, so you can't always take things for granted. I would assume that most people know that a bishop moves diagonally, but you never know. But at the same time, you're also not going to do well in an experience where you're like, this relies on gaming experience. So I feel like if you're in that place, maybe watch a couple MTs first. I mean, we want you here, but performance probably won't be at the top levels. The most experienced players do tend to do the best.
Alright, and with that short story, we have bridged enough time to look at the game. It is Celeste Classic 2 Lani's track? The title is weird.
So I wonder if was this released recently, or is this pre-Celeste?
I think this is pretty recently, like a few months ago.
Okay. I believe Maddie Thorson also made a Super Mario World ROM hack. Has just been like making some weird stuff and putting it out.
Wow.
Yeah, the Super Mario World ROM hack, it's like, it says made by Maddie allegedly. So it's like a secret. And they didn't post it online. You have to like find it. Someone has to like send it to you. You're not allowed to download it.
Gotta know a guy.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
But
cool.
anyways,
Hopscotch is
you
having
just
some
kinda
control
experiment with
issues,
stuff.
by the way, which is why I was kind of surprised we just jumped in and switched to it.
It's gonna. I can use
Oh,
her
well,
to
I
keep.
don't know. Well, if a game accepts your control inputs, but they're not quite right, I find trying to use joy to key gets weird sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kind of
Joy
thing where
2
you,
key is
you
my
wish
best friend for races.
it's the kind of thing where you wish it didn't accept your control inputs at all. So then it would just very cleanly you could map them to keyboard inputs
Right.
with joy to key, and then everything would be fine. But sometimes it gets stuck in this weird middle ground. So hopefully Hopscotch is able to play the game okay, which I think is important. I'm really good at precision platformers, but this game tested me a lot. It's these Pico 8 games are so goddamn small, and that if you want to create a good sense of speed, the character is moving like a lot of pixels every frame, and so anything that's precise down to like a couple pixels becomes like a 2, 3, 4 frame window or something. Like not easy at all. So the difference here between most other Celeste games is you got this grapple hook.
So, oh, we got a grapple hook. Nice. Someone who knows a little bit more about Pico 8, I've only just kind of implied, like inferred what it is. Can you tell me exactly what it is?
It's an engine for
It's like
making
the-
games.
It's like an engine. So, but it's got hardware limitations, almost like, you know, the NES would, where scrolling and stuff is like built into the engine itself.
It's a limiting on-purpose engine, kind of like Playdate, that yellow console with the crank.
Oh, right. Ooh, Hopscotch keeps grappling way too early every time.
I was having such trouble with this game actually that I rebound grapple from a face button to a trigger button, so that I could more easily have full control over the jump and grapple, because I needed
there a
that
dash?
extra control. Nope.
Pikapals
Oh, I
tried
think
to.
I think I would want grapple on B.
It keeps
I feel like
happening.
face would make it harder for me.
Pikapal keeps trying to save himself from the fall here, and grabs the spring every time. And it's like, okay, I got the spring now, and then he's dead.
Okay, there it is. Nice and easy.
Nice.
So that's a lot of deaths, like even on like the first few screens, right? You can see I finished this pretty quick too. Like let me see. "18 minutes, 10 seconds is what it took me.
Oh, that's
So I think this is going to be a
short.
short race. But it goes to 11 like immediately. And here's where the game teaches you can jump out of a grapple. This took me a long time, like, well, not I say long, like it only took me 18 minutes to finish this, but it was like 30, 45 seconds of like, what the hell? Before I realized you could jump out of a grapple. And so I put that in the pace bin.
Pikapals has the wall jump, doesn't he? Like, go to the left,
Yes.
wall jump, and then go to the right.
Yeah, that is a pretty fast time for Myth, but I will say that that's like...
Oh, get
I
the
don't know,
checkpoint,
if
get the
Myth was-
checkpoint!
If Myth was in Mystery Tournament, could
Pika!
probably be winning the Losers 4.
Pika,
Winners
get the
5 now
checkpoint!
in this kind of game. Didn't get it.
Yeah, there's a checkpoint right here. Why is there a checkpoint
Down
down
there.
here? No, up there too, but
For the berry. Yeah, I
That's
guess.
that
It's
would
a
just
little
confuse me if that's like also a way to go or something.
I did go down and get that checkpoint. And then got
Oh,
this
there
one
we
back
go.
Yeah,
here.
there's a checkpoint there.
Chance for Hopscotch to make up a little bit of ground is like one screen back, basically.
Yeah, one checkpoint back. I don't think doing the spring is necessary.
It made this room look easy. Hopscotch having a hard time keeping enough height from these jumps to get high enough to chain everything together.
Oh, using the boulder. Oh, it never stops. Oh, it just disappeared all of a sudden. What the hell? That's rude.
Watch Hopscotch for a little bit here. Watch what he like. It should be so straightforward, but he's just not getting the height. And I just this is so illustrative of the precision this game wants from you. Like you know what to do. Like you grapple and you wall jump and you grapple, and it just kind of doesn't come together because it just wants you to be just better than you are.
Yeah, you have to really jump late on these. It looks like. Because if you jump early, you start losing height before you get to the wall.
I don't know how Pikapals managed to save that.
Oh, nice. Not jumping on the last one. Kind of a trap. Now you gotta jump to left, jump to right, jump.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yep.
I mean, it's the same thing, just 5 times.
It's funny, like there was such a disparity between what I wanted to do and what I could do in the game. Like normally with this kind of game, like it's not a big deal. Like I would grapple right, jump left, grapple, jump right, grapple, and it would just kind of flow. And in this game, it wouldn't. It just wouldn't flow. It was uphill the entire way.
And you still did it in under 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm worried for our race then.
We'll see. We're outside now.
You said that it isn't as if it's like a meaningful thing to say about the length of the game, but I don't. It's a context for that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a change in scenery. It's a change in... You're onto a new area.
Yeah, when we played... whatever it was called, the sequel to Temple of the Four Weapons. Once you were outside, you were almost done.
Scorched Sea. Temple of the Scorched Sea. You should remember that name, because it's a much better game.
Yeah! It will forever be the sequel to Temple of the Four Serpents.
Pikapals again catching the spring instead of the block.
Pretty funny,
Hopscotch. Trying to figure some stuff out here.
Oh, it's gonna disappear. Oh, and then you're just screwed. It doesn't even, like, respawn at the bottom right or anything.
I think you can drop down and come back. Spikes will work too.
Yeah. Always an option. Oh my god! Oh god!
Oh.
Alright.
Hopscotch!
Jump and
You got
left!
this. He's so scared.
Oh, that's
They're
good.
so scared.
No!
Oh.
Grapple left!
Oh.
Grapple left!
The ice cannot be grappled. You can wall jump on
Oh
it,
yeah,
but
but there's
you can't
snow
grapple
above it.
Ooh, that's a high jump.
What else are you gonna do? What's Hopscotch doing now?
Catching the boulder in midair.
It looks really cool, but...
Yeah.
Pikapals catches the spring, throws the
Oh,
spring.
nice.
Sight reading the
Oh,
level.
That was great.
That's some Mario, that's some Kaizo shit right there.
He was on there before, but still pretty good. Oh, now
Oh,
you're...
he's trying to do a spring jump. It's not that Kaizo.
Yeah, he's trying to do a spring drop. Pixel perfect, frame perfect trick.
Hopscotch stalled with the grapple to land on the boulder. I like that.
Oh no,
Can you just
didn't
make
jump!
this? What are you supposed to do here?
You throw the ice block and then jump on the ice little snowball. And then just to the left. No.
But you can't make it. You can jump that far, you're saying?
No, you can grapple left.
Oh, on the blue part?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just needed to grapple a little sooner.
Myth said no grappling the ice, and I assumed blue was ice.
No, snow is the clear, darker stuff is ice.
The hot dog looking thing.
Clear, I say. I mean, the background's kind
Hot
of dark.
dog? Oh, like your grill marks!
Yeah!
I didn't see it. Okay.
The blue hot dog's ungrappleable.
Yeah.
Oh, this mess that Pikapals is in. Just boulders everywhere. They kill you if they land on you.
Oh, that's like Meat Boy now.
Yeah, they're actually kind of hard to deal with.
Jack, Sam, don't make fun of my comparison. Makes sense.
I saw it when he said it.
Yeah, I didn't see it until you said it, but...
Also, like the Super Mario Brothers 3 has that like orange tiger stripe block.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Like that. Whoa! Pikapals launched over the thing all the way back to the checkpoint.
Nice. Hopscotch not falling into the trap that if you jump on the... If you do the... Games will do that, where they make you do the same thing over and over, but then the last one, if you do it, you'll die. It's a trap.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Nice gets the checkpoint. Doesn't matter that you launched at 100 kilometers an hour into a boulder. Who cares?
Oh, some nice sight reading from Pikapals. Not quite able to keep it going.
You can just ignore
This
the
is
bottom
crazy.
two.
When I see levels like this, I have a hard time visualizing if there is a consistent solution.
Oh, you gotta climb this
Pikapals
thing.
found one. Oh, look at that. I mean, obviously, Matty Thorson knows how to make video games, but especially by now, having made many, many games over the years. But it's always nice when you see a mechanic just like push to the limits.
Oh, destination. That's the goal. Just
Is it?
another word for goal.
Yeah, no, that is the end, actually. There's a 10-minute time.
Nice.
Well, not yet.
Hurry up,
It's so,
Hopscotch.
it's so confused, like, could this be the end?
Yeah, a fantastic performance from Pikapals.
Oh, short. It was very short.
Yeah.
A lot shorter than Volcano.
For
Yep.
players who were not quite as good as these, like, I think we probably could have saw like 30 minutes out of this. The difficulty really is that high.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
I
Hopscotch
don't-
audio. I will
I
try.
don't think Hops can do this to force this redraw. Which is, I guess, like the advanced strats. It's like 1 ounce. If anyone's watched that. It's like a baseball anime, but the point of it is not really to play the game. Everything's like all technicalities and like these weird loopholes. If Hopscotch wins quickly, then we'll have a redraw, because we don't do matches that are less than 15.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen.
No, it won't.
Hopscotch is gonna take like 25 at this rate.
Well, this is a pretty tough room. Whoa, darn it.
Well, yeah, but there's tough rooms after this.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I prefer more open stuff than specifically... I don't know. I feel like some of the rooms after this were less precise. Some of the outside rooms.
Yeah, maybe that's fair to say. I wasn't sure if it was just because I had switched control schemes at one point, and that was making it a little bit easier for me.
I haven't played this game, but I think Pikapals did better outside than in this level 2.
Hopscotch is out of there.
I mean, you have to commend Lani for getting a grappling hook to climb the mountain. She got that over Madeline. Pretty smart.
You don't need to, like, find yourself or whatever to get a double dash with your evil twin. Just get a grapple hook.
Yeah! Way easier. Way more like
That's right.
existential horror.
The ability to use the grapple hook in this manner is insane. Any person that could do this could climb the mountain without a
It is.
grapple hook.
It's like some James Bond watch kind of thing.
Yeah, it just shoots out. She's midair and throws it at just like incredible speed. Able to catch it.
Yeah, just like stop in mid-air for some time.
Yeah. And I guess swing yourself off of these pegs that float in the air. If
That's for helicopter. Would be so much easier if you just fly up there.
yeah, that'd be great.
I
Maybe
mean,
like the driver is your evil twin.
I mean-
you don't have to worry about that.
Madeline can literally fly.
Your evil inner self. Oh,
Oh.
too bad. That's the kind of crazy thing that, like, I don't know, that you see Adam doing on the first try in that last match. Pikapals in this match, just like, yeah, of course I've only been here once. I know exactly what to do. It's so obvious. Brain's gotta process fast.
Sometimes I talk to the top 8 players in an interview, and it's like they're just on such a different level that it's hard to even like communicate with them. It was like
it's
so
like
your approach to this room, and they're just like, I just did it. Like what? Like it's not even like an interesting question to them because they just immediately know the answer.
It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about if aliens, like if intelligent life had enough technology to make it here, they would see us as animals. They wouldn't want anything to do with us anyway. They're on a totally different plane.
There's a checkpoint from Hopscotch.
Oh, the spring went way up. I don't know where that thing's going.
Oh.
Hopscotch's first instinct with that spring was wrong.
15 minutes are over, so Pikapals wins.
We have a winner.
GG. It's a solid performance.
And now surely everyone is curious, is Hopscotch going to beat Mythical 9's 1802 testing time? So we will keep watching.
We can maybe get we can get Pika in here.
Yeah, we could also do that.
Well, it feels like wrong to get anyone in here if there's like another race going, or in this case, when there's... It's still a match, theoretically.
Right.
But it is over now.
In certain contexts, I don't think this has ever happened in MT. There are people who have lost and forfeit and then come into the chat, waited for their opponent to win because they just knew it wasn't happening. I think that's only in longer non-MT matches, though.
Woof. That's the sound of Pikapals
Yeah,
entering
apparently.
the commentary booth. Hello.
that was my dog.
Hi, dog.
Hello. Boy, you went really fast.
Yeah, apparently.
This was a short game for the testers, but I don't know. FFAO and I were at like 18 and 20 minutes, but normally I'm used to being on the really fast end for platformers. So it was like, yeah, it's close, but we'll let it in, and then you crushed it. And I should have known too, because I had such trouble with some of the precise things in this game.
Yeah, I could see it going either way. Like, it's definitely one of those games where you just either get it and go really fast, or you just don't.
So I found, like, I got the sense that like a lot of the like even the most basic things were like a 2-frame window or something you needed to hit to do it. And I'm just wondering, because obviously you went so fast that it couldn't have been too hard for you, but like, what did you have that same sense of like, this is just, I just have to do this at exactly the right moment?
For some of the stuff, definitely. Like, yeah, at least some of the platforming at the end was like a lot of small windows that it felt like, and I don't know if it was just me at the beginning or just managing to miss every ice block or every grapplite shot.
Yeah.
I did a really good job of grappling the spring, which it turned out was very important to me realizing I can grapple items.
Yeah, that did become important in the later sections. And I think you first tried a couple of the like kind of tricky stuff with those springs, like grab it and throw it and make it place right here. Like, that's not easy to sight read, but you managed to pull it off.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I pulled that one off still. I definitely was playing it very by ear on some of those sections, and it just happened to work.
You just had those instincts.
Do you play any Kaizo Mario?
Not really, no.
I feel like this has some Kaizo Mario sight reading skills in it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hopscotch grabs the boulder, throws it away.
Yeah, see, like this room, I don't think was an issue for you really at all.
Yeah, that one gave me some trouble. I was stuck for a bit I was trying to wall jump over the snowball coming at you.
Yeah, you did end at one point. You grappled back to the left and shot over a wall and ended up right back at the checkpoint.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I finally got there and just managed to clip the top corner of that wall you can grapple to and shoot off to the left.
Yeah. Like you'd think if the grapple connected, then you're heading towards a wall, and so you're just gonna hit that wall, but you found the sweet spot.
Yeah, it was interesting. The sweet spot stuff was kind of interesting because I could see you go like crazy fast through some of these screens if you're just consistently hitting those.
I saw that this was in the pool. I assumed it was more similar to Celeste than it is. I feel like Celeste experience really isn't going to help you a whole lot here. Unless you just, like, have the jump height memorized. Because it doesn't really play that similarly.
Yeah, I'd kind of agree. It's definitely more of a grapple game than a Celeste game.
Music get tiresome.
Oh!
I guess you were only there for 10 minutes.
Did you see that? That was amazing.
Skip.
He like failed the puzzle by failing to grab the thing near the top, and then just like kept grappling until he accidentally almost grabbed the checkpoint platform.
Here, I don't think he understands he needs to go over. I was impressed with how quickly you caught that. I didn't really understand even what you were going for at first.
Yeah, I just assumed I had to go to the left and was like, well, I've been grappling up spikes this entire last part of this stage, so guess I'd better just keep going up. I imagine you could probably actually go below if you...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you hook that sweet spot, you could probably just skip below it anyway, but...
But Hopscotch is trying to do what you did by throwing in some left inputs to try to stall a little bit. But it seems like no matter what you do, you're just going to get a big speed boost to the right.
Honestly, I think the left inputs were hurting me more than they were helping me. At some point, I was doing them on accident.
So there's the finish, 21-14 from Hopscotch. With over double the deaths. Almost triple.
And less strawberries.
Yeah, I don't know
which strawberry
one
did you get.
You got. Pikapals got one strawberry.
I think I accidentally ran into a strawberry when trying to get through a section, and somehow it worked out anyway.
We'll see if Hopscotch wants to come in and talk to us. Ten minutes, though. Wow. I'm still just really impressed with that time.
Oh, and Simo just finished.
I was definitely expecting to do a lot worse after I spent what felt like way too long on stage 1.
Yeah, I think it just starts hard. You don't expect a game... The game is really short. It's like the difficulty curve is squished. Man, Celeste 4 helicopter. I'm ready.
All right, we're joined by Hopscotch. Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hey, GG.
GG.
So first off, Hopscotch, I want you to know testers were at 18 and 20 minutes. So this 10-minute just amazing performance by Pikapals is way ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I was worried when that happened, and I was like, wow, either this game is short or Pikapals is a god. And I was like, maybe this is the last stage. Maybe if I can just get to the end of this screen, it'll be over, and then I can force another match. But then it kept going, and I was like, oh my god. Now.
Yeah, I definitely finished and decided not to look at the stream, so I could just wait worried that you were just going to finish in the next 5 minutes.
So I found the precision in this game so hard to deal with. Like the windows that felt like even sometimes just 1 or 2 frames to hit a grapple or whatever to get enough height, or what was your experience like with this, Hopscotch?
I thought it was too tight, especially that one section where you need to like grapple up the 6 grapple points or whatever between 2 bits of spikes. I found that really hard.
That one was really tricky.
And
I
like,
actually
I didn't realize
changed-
you could pick up the snowballs until we got to like the second snowball.
Yeah. That picking up a spring was something Pikapals did accidentally early on, so I kind of had that knowledge by accident.
Yeah. It still took me a few tries to realize I could grab the snowball. But I feel like it would have taken me a lot longer if I hadn't accidentally grabbed that spring multiple times.
And even once it's rolling back and forth, it's not the
Yeah.
speed at which it moves.
And then it just disintegrates eventually.
Did you feel like having played any of Celeste in any of its other incarnations helped at all with this? Like we were talking about how it actually seems like it's quite a different sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know that it helped too much. I've only played the Pico 8 Celeste, but it played pretty differently to that, I feel. So I don't know that they're that comparable.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yep.
Trying to think of what else. Was there anything that stood out to you, Hopscotch, that was like other than that repeated grapple? Actually, you know what? There was a room where you needed to grapple right, wall jump, grapple left, wall jump, grapple right, and exit in like the second area.
Oh, that room. Yeah.
And you just like you needed to get the absolute highest, like there was like 1 frame where you hit the peak of your jump and you needed that height, maybe even more than once, to get enough height to actually get to the top.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that room was easier than the one where you had to grapple up like 6 times. I don't know. I felt
Strong
like I
disagreement.
I don't know. I felt like I had a decent amount of height for that room, as long as I'm thinking of the same one.
Yeah, no, you just kind of did it, and then Hopscotch didn't for a full minute or something. So of course
It's like
you would
the
think
famous,
that.
the famous "I want to be the Bashi." Well, I made the jump first try, so it's probably fine.
Yeah,
a
it's probably
first
easy.
jump.
Yeah, that's funny. I wonder if you went and did that room again, would you get stuck and be like, wait, oh, hold on, this is kind of hard. Well, Hopscotch, it looks like this really tough precision platformer has finally ended your run in Mystery Tournament 16.
Dang it. Really
Yeah.
hoping to make it to Winners 5. Then I got knocked down to losers, and then everything went wrong. There's no way back up there unless you like assassinate a person.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
assume their identity. It's difficult to pull off. If it has been pulled off, I guess we wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it has happened.
I think it was in like top 8, it was sort of like that, I think. But I think we just went back to the person who lost the race prior.
Trying to find what
Or
Or
winners-
someone was killed in order to advance in Mystery Tournament.
Yeah, didn't you know
No.
that's what happened to Alpha?
Is that why it's like
winners
that?
5.
Must be.
And to recover from traumatic injury.
Why winners 5? Was there like someone on that side of the bracket you wanted to meet there or something?
I think so. I don't know. I just wanted a 5.
Okay,
I didn't
yeah. It's just a good number.
I was also looking forward to Winner 5. I want to lose to Angie.
Oh, that's who it was.
That's who it's on my side of the bracket, at least. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to puzzle out sort of what would have happened.
Oh, it would have been Maurice.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, that would also be fun.
It could also be Neitzel or Zenic Reverie or Lightning. But if I had to bet, yeah, probably it would have been Maurice. Well, I guess it couldn't be both Zenic Reverie and Lightning because you would have had to beat one of them to make it there.
Yeah.
Well, both of you have been in one top 8. Pikapals, good luck making it to another one. Hopscotch, unfortunately, this is where your triumphant return to MT after so much testing ends. If only it had been a DS game, you had so much experience.
I know, right? Where's Ivy the Kiwi?
I know, I mean, the Kiwi got played already. So did Rugu Attack. There was like 3 DS subs that weren't yours that you could have done. But unfortunately, it was not to be.
Well, it was a great race. Thank you so much to both of you for coming out and playing, and for coming to talk to us today.
Yeah. Thanks for restreaming our completely unannounced match.
Yeah, it was fun.
FFAO had to come in and tell us.